Good afternoon from Wild Heather Cottage and Waldo the nature sprite and Buddy the Jack Russell. Buddy's just standing on the stone there looking around. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. It's a Thursday. It's going to rain. It's the 2nd of April and we haven't had any rain for about 4 or 5 days. It's been extremely hot, but the rain is forecasted and it's coming because I can feel the air is quite cool and you can smell the rain. You can smell rain, and I just want to show you while I'm sitting here. Look at these beautiful roses. Aren't they gorgeous? I think they were called the wedding rose. I think that one was called the wedding rose, and there's a little pink one here. And yes, we do have a lockdown, and what you can hear in the background is a truck loaded up with silage, big bundles of hay or silage. So of course the contractors still have to work because animals still have to be fed and cared for. So look at this beautiful rose here. You can't smell it, but I can assure you it has the most beautiful fragrance. Absolutely beautiful. See, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. I can hear quite a few of the contractors are probably getting the last of their hay and everything in before the rain comes at the end of the day. So look at these foxgloves here. So I thought we'll take a little walk around the garden, and thank you for the people that have contacted me and say that they enjoy the videos, because especially particularly now during the lockdown, many of us can't get out and go walking around the garden. Well, a lot of people don't have gardens, a lot of people live in the smaller areas, maybe in confined areas, and they don't have gardens. So they can't go out walking around the garden and doing what they normally do. And so they tell me that they enjoy the videos around my garden because it gives them opportunity to be outdoors. Look at these. This is thyme. With the flowers of thyme. Aren't they just magnificent? Oh, absolutely beautiful. Move around here. We've got, I think that's catmint just here. This is the catmint flowers. Go across here. Oh, lots and lots of strawberry plants there, but oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. A late strawberry. Aren't they beautiful? Late strawberries are lovely, because just over here too are the blueberries. They're starting to ripen. Won't be too far off now, which will be lovely. And look at hiding over there is a mushroom. So, it's amazing what you can forage in your own garden. This is another thyme. This is a different type of thyme, so you can see different sorts of flowers. It's also a thyme. So your foraging in your garden is wonderful. This is why wilderness gardens are so much fun. You can go exploring, see what you can find. Look at the borage here. Rather than monoculture, fields and fields of monoculture, when you get wilderness gardens, or I suppose another term could be like a food forest, I suppose. You don't tend to get the disease issues because you haven't got lots and lots of plants, or like an acre of one particular plant, and so if it gets a bug or disease, then it goes through the whole lot. Whereas when you're in wild gardens, you don't tend to get that the same. And really I do enjoy exploring the meadow and finding all sorts of wild treasures that you can eat and enjoy, and these wild herbs and everything. And it's so much fun. I love it. What I'm showing you now is a very weathered Buddha, which I was given many, many years ago. So it's had many summers and winters out in the weather. And I have a little tray there which I feed the birds, or put water out there for the birds, because they get very thirsty in the summer, especially in the heat, and it has been very, very hot. So we just take a little wander along here. I'm going down to the hedgerow. So walk way down here to the hedgerows down here, and there's a wild apple tree just over the fence there. It's the birds have sown, and down here along this here is actually, that's not blackberry, that's actually boysenberries. And they are the magnificent, big, fat, juicy boysenberries. They're lovely. And this here is a red currants, and they're going the sort of autumn colours. And these hedgerows are wonderful things for the animals, like birds and lizards and field mice and hedgehogs, to take shelter, because they have to live somewhere too, and they need to shelter from the cold weather and the rain, and these are their little homes in here. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So every now and then I'll see a little hedgehog heading in or heading out, and you can see little trails where they've walked. And they actually make hedgehog noises too, like little sort of grunt, grunt, grunt sounds, which I suppose that's why they call them hedgehogs, the hogs that live in the hedge. And this is a wild rose there. It's got no flowers on it now, but I was told it was a damask rose because it has this sort of mauvey rose, and it's about 100 petals on it, and the scent is incredible. Absolutely can't describe the scent. It's absolutely incredible. So just move across over here. You can see you've got yarrow here growing among the buttercup, and yarrow was what the Romans carted all around the world because it stops bleeding, it clots, causes clotting and stops bleeding. So they'd use them like we would use a sticking plaster. And so the Romans took it with them when they went into battle. So that was their form of sticking plasters. And these, of course, are dandelions. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Look at them, aren't they beautiful? As children, we used to spend hours looking for them and blowing them and counting the time. And this here is a chickweed, which is also edible. And these are dandelions, which are also edible. And this is a mint. Got my mint here, growing quite wild and free. And just over here, and I'll show you over here, you can see sort of the ivy climbing up a tin fence, but over here is a grapevine going up into the tree there wild. There's some grapes there, but they're not going to ripen because summer came very late this year. We had a lot of rain and really cold temperatures. So summer came just a wee bit late, but that's all right. That's life. And here is fennel, bronze fennel, beautiful scent. Absolutely, the smell is so fresh. And the marigolds, look at that marigold here. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. There's a buttercup there, buttercups. See, Mother Nature is absolutely beautiful. She keeps us entertained, she provides for us, she feeds us. She gives us everything that we really need. This is a maple, and very soon this maple will be a fiery, fiery red. Like, just incredible. It just looks like flames. I'll show you that when it happens. Over here is an old apple tree, which I think is a golden delicious. So right along here, and some daisies, and I love daisies. One of my favourite flowers is a daisy. Daisies are beautiful. So Mother Nature provides. I think she's doing a lovely cleanse at the moment as we've quietened down our life and aren't putting so many demands on her. She's been able to come into her own, really. Birds are coming back, and I see on TV some goats running through a town, and the meadow here, the meadow flowers are out, and it's very peaceful. And people are relaxing more, and I'm noticing people are more cheerful. I'll sit out the front of my place on a little stall I've got out the front, and they walk up the footpath and they're always singing out and hello and stop for a little chat, and because people have got the time and they're not driving up and down their cars and racing from one place to another. They've actually been able to tune in more to nature and to themselves and each other. So there's always some positives. What do they say? What's the old saying? So behind every grey cloud is a silver lining. So goodbye for now, because I can feel a couple of raindrops just starting to fall now. So goodbye from Wild Heather Cottage and Waldo.